Welcome back to another chilling episode, my friends. Tonight, we descend into the darkest corners of history, exploring the eerie phenomenon of ghost lights in ancient ruins. These flickering, ethereal glows have haunted humanity for centuries, appearing as beacons in the darkness, beckoning us closer to the unknown. What mysteries do they hold? What secrets do they whisper in the dead of night? Join me if you dare as we unravel the terrifying tales of the ghost lights of ancient ruins, mysterious glows in the dark horror story. Deep in the jungles of Southeast Asia, shrouded in mist and mystery, lie the ruins of Angkor Wat. These majestic temples, once vibrant with life, now stand as silent sentinels to a forgotten era. But amidst the decay, a sinister presence makes itself known. Locals speak of strange lights that dance within the temple walls after nightfall, flickering orbs of blue and white that seem to hover in mid-air. These are the ghost lights of Angkor Wat. One moonless night, a group of young explorers decided to venture into the heart of the ruins. Armed with flashlights and cameras, they hoped to capture evidence of the legendary lights. They moved cautiously through the labyrinthine corridors, their footsteps echoing in the eerie silence. As they reached the central courtyard, a cold wind swept through the ruins, extinguishing their flashlights and plunging them into darkness. Panic surged through the group as they fumbled for their torches. Then they saw them. Two orbs of light, one blue, one white, materialized in the center of the courtyard. They pulsed with an unnatural glow, casting long, dancing shadows on the weathered stone walls. The explorers watched in terrified fascination as the lights began to move, swirling around each other in a macabre waltz. One of the explorers, a young woman named Anya, felt an irresistible pull towards the lights. She took a step forward, mesmerized by their ethereal dance. Her friends called out to her, but she couldn't hear them. The lights seemed to whisper to her, calling her name, promising to reveal ancient secrets. As Anya reached out to touch one of the lights, it vanished, leaving behind a trail of icy air. The other light followed suit, disappearing into thin air as quickly as it had appeared. From that night on, Anya was never the same, plagued by nightmares and haunted by visions of the ghostly lights. High atop a windswept cliff overlooking the crashing waves of the North Sea stand the ruins of Dunluce Castle. This once proud fortress, now a crumbling testament to time and tide, is shrouded in legends of tragic love, bitter betrayal, and restless spirits. But perhaps the most unsettling tale is that of the ghost lights that haunt its crumbling walls. Locals whisper of a pale, flickering glow that emanates from the castle's highest tower, a beacon in the darkness that seems to beckon unsuspecting souls towards their doom. Some believe it to be the spirit of Maeve Rowe, the castle's former mistress, forever searching for her lost love. One stormy night, a group of teenagers, emboldened by a dare and a few too many drinks, decided to explore the ruins of Dunluce. They had heard the stories, of course, but dismissed them as mere folklore. As they approached the castle, the wind seemed to pick up, whipping their hair and clothes around them. The sound of the waves crashing against the cliffs below was deafening. Undeterred, they climbed over the crumbling stone wall and made their way towards the main keep. They reached the foot of the tower where the ghostly light was said to appear. One of the teenagers, a cocky young man named Liam, pointed his flashlight up at the crumbling stonework. Just then, a bolt of lightning split the sky, illuminating the castle in an unnatural white light. And there, in the highest window of the tower, they saw it. A pale, flickering glow like a candle in the wind. The teenagers froze, their laughter dying in their throats. The light seemed to pulsate, growing brighter and then dimmer as if breathing. Liam, his bravado gone, stumbled backward. "Let's get out of here," he stammered. They turned to run, but the path behind them seemed to have disappeared. They were trapped. The light in the tower grew brighter, bathing the courtyard in an eerie white glow. The teenagers huddled together, their eyes fixed on the tower. Then they heard it. A low, mournful wail that seemed to seep from the very stones of the castle. The wail grew louder, morphing into a blood-curdling scream that echoed throughout the ruins. Suddenly, as quickly as it had appeared, the light in the tower vanished. The teenagers were left standing in darkness, their breath coming in ragged gasps. They never spoke of what they had seen that night, but the memory of the ghostly light and the blood-curdling scream haunted their dreams for years to come. Nestled deep within the remote, mist-shrouded valleys of the Appalachian Mountains lies a ghost town known only as Silent Hollow. Abandoned for over a century, its decaying houses stand as hollow reminders of a forgotten tragedy. But Silent Hollow is not as deserted as it seems, for within its crumbling walls a sinister secret flickers to life after dark, the ghost lights. Legends surrounding Silent Hollow speak of a prosperous community, a place where life was simple and the land yielded its bounty freely. Then came the sickness. A swift, merciless plague swept through the village, leaving countless dead in its wake. The few who survived, driven mad by grief and fear, abandoned their homes. Now it is said that the souls of the villagers, unable to find peace, wander the ruins of their former lives as flickering orbs of light. They appear in the dead of night, casting an eerie glow upon the overgrown paths and dilapidated houses. One crisp autumn evening, a young photographer, drawn by the allure of the unknown, ventured into the abandoned village. Armed with his camera and a backpack full of supplies, he felt a thrill of excitement mixed with a tinge of unease. As dusk settled over the valley, casting long, ominous shadows across the ruins, he set up camp near the old well at the edge of town. The air grew noticeably colder, and a heavy silence hung over the abandoned village. He built a small fire, the crackling flames providing a small measure of comfort against the encroaching darkness. As he sat there, warming his hands, he noticed a faint glow emanating from the far end of the village near the old church. Curiosity piqued, he grabbed his camera and cautiously made his way towards the light. The closer he got, the brighter the glow became. It pulsed with an unnatural rhythm, casting strange shadows that danced and swayed around him. He reached the church, its once grand facade now crumbling and overgrown with ivy. The glow emanated from within, spilling out through the broken stained glass windows. Taking a deep breath, he stepped inside. The air inside the church was heavy and still, thick with the scent of decay and something else, something ancient and unknowable. Dust motes danced in the faint light that filtered through the grimy windows, revealing rows of dilapidated pews and a crumbling altar. And there, floating above the altar, was the source of the glow. It was a sphere of pure white light, pulsing gently as if breathing. As he watched, mesmerized, he noticed that it wasn't alone. Dozens, perhaps hundreds of smaller lights flickered around it like fireflies in a jar. He never returned to Silent Hollow, haunted by the memory of that night. The ethereal beauty of the lights forever intertwined with the chilling realization of the darkness that clung to them. These ghost lights remain one of the most spine-chilling mysteries of ancient ruins. Are they simply natural phenomena, tricks of light and shadow? Or are they something more, the lingering echoes of tragic pasts, the restless spirits of those who have gone before? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more terrifying tales. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever encountered a ghost light? Until next time, stay safe and beware of the ghost lights in the dark.